Hi, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to take a very quick look and just first impressions of the Big Agnes Prospector 50-litre backpack. I've owned this for about 6 or 7 months, and I've used it on a couple of camps, and I've used it as a day pack a couple of times if I've got my daughters with me, because you can pack a lot of stuff into it, so different layers, food, drinks, that kind of stuff. So I'll go through, I've just been on a wild camp last night, so I'll go through an unloading of the bag just to show you what I got into it and how much space you've got in this 50-litre bag. But before that, we'll just go through some of the basic features and have a quick look around it. So it is a nicely designed bag, feels really high quality, and it's got all the kind of things that you'd expect to have on the bag. So you've got your various loops for trekking poles and stuff, and various points of adjustment. So it's really adjustable, easy to use. You've got two huge bottom pockets, one on each side, so you can easily cram a tent into there, multiple drinks bottles, other bits and pieces, outside layers. You've got a front pocket here, and alongside that is all these loop points for fitting various other bits of gear on as well. And it does come with something that they call their trash can, because Big Agnes are an American company. So it's actually a really nice bag that feels far too good to put rubbish into, but that's what it's designed for. So either picking up rubbish that you find on the trail or packing your rubbish away into, it's a really nice thing, and you can clip it to the outside of the bag as well. So you can just clip it to the outside of the bag and have it as an additional bit of storage space if you wanted to. It's got one zip pocket on the front here that's actually got quite a lot of depth to it. It's got a little camera in the moment, and it's got a little hooking point for keys or other valuables as well in there. Really nice material of the bag as well. It's fairly waterproof. Doesn't come with a rain cover. You need to buy that separately if you're going to use one. So the bag is a roll top with really substantial clips either side to put it onto. So I find it's quite a nice design, to be honest. It's easier than a lot of roll tops I've used in the past. It's quick and easy to access, just as quick and easy as if it were a zip. Come around to the other side, pretty straightforward as usual. You've got your top clip, and you've got, again, different hooking points here, and you've got the normal points of adjustment, but there's no pockets here. You can hang your own little pockets off, but there's no pockets built in for you. What there is on the hip, there are okay size hip pockets, and they are removable as well if you wanted to take them off. Not as big as the ones that I got on my Sierra Designs bag, but fairly deep and quite stretchy, so you can fit a lot of stuff in there. I'm just not sure if you get a phone in there. You've also got your standard water bladder access, and there's a hanging point inside the bag for the water bladder as well. And then, a bit different to some other bags I've used, you've actually then got a full double zip on the back padding, so you can take that right off. So you can easily access all of the gear in your bag if you've got it packed in different ways. And what they also say is you can use it as a seat, use the bag as a seat, so it's nicely padded. And there you've got your hanging point inside the bag, and also space for your water bladder as well. So apart from that, the inside is just one big continuous pocket to cram full for all the stuff you want to get into it. So yeah, I've used it a few times now. I do find it very comfortable, very easy to adjust, and it is, to me, quite a lightweight pack as well. So it's certainly lighter than some of the 50-litre bags I've used in the past, and a real pleasure to carry because it is nice and adjustable. And I think they do come in different sizes as well, so it's worth doing a few measurements of yourself before you commit to buying one. I did get this on Vinted for I think about 80 quid, and it was brand new with tags, and that also included postage and buyer protection as well. So yeah, occasionally you'll see them come up at a reasonable price on eBay and Vinted. Big Agnes seem to be a reasonably well-known brand in the UK, even though they're American. They seem to fetch higher prices than the Sierra Designs gear I've bought in the past. You'll also see that there's a well padded back, but there's no kind of airframe, so it does make the bag lighter, but does mean that obviously you're going to get a fairly hot and sweaty back on those warm heights. And it is a framed pack, so you've got a frame around the sides there and sort of hard plastic and a bit of frame at the top, so even though it's empty now, the bag does maintain a rigid structure, which I do like, and I think I prefer overall how that carries to a frameless backpack, especially if you've got camera gear and tripods and stuff. I find it carries much better in a frame pack. Doesn't seem to sort of sag all to the bottom and feel really heavy on the shoulders. But yeah, first impressions, my first bit of gear from Big Agnes, the build quality feels really nice. The trash can thing is a really nice feature, nice idea, nice concept. All the materials feel nice, all the stitching feels perfect. Just feels like a really high quality bit of kit. And I think that's what I'm going to move towards for my kind of hiking and wild camping. Is I do love the budget stuff. I do love buying stuff used and that. And obviously this was bought off of Vinted for a lot less than the RRP. But I am enjoying sort of getting some higher end gear, albeit for reasonable prices, because it just, yeah, it's really nice stuff. So we'll have a quick look at me just unloading what I packed in the bag last night, and then we'll come back and just do a final little summation of my first impressions. Well, another night, another wild camp, and I've taken the same bag out again, and I can confirm that you could just about fit a Google Pixel 8 Pro in the pocket. So not the best fit, it's slightly snug, but as you can see, you definitely can get a decent sized smartphone in the pocket. It's actually deceptively big. Now we're only on the little local wild camp this evening, it's just myself, so 50 litres is absolutely fine for packing all of the gear in, and you can see got plenty of space in the top of the bag. Only use one of the side pockets, and these side pockets are absolutely huge, so a 900ml bottle of water fits in absolutely fine with loads of space left over. So easily get a tent into here, and then you can use these upper straps to secure it on more as well. But I've only got a small tent tonight, and it's actually in the main bag because I've not got any cooking gear or anything like that. And I haven't used this front pocket either. The only thing that's in here is the trash can. Really nice bit of kit. So yeah, it's a really nice backpack. So let's have a look at what we've got in it tonight, just to give you a rough idea of how easy it is to pack a load of gear into here. So just got a jumper, just in case it gets a bit cooler later on. Emergency layers, so my OEX Furnace 8 Plus Thermalate sleeping bag liner, just in case it gets cooler than I expected to get. The OEX Evolution Fox 1 tent, so pretty compact, for 1.3 kilos, so I've chucked that inside the bag. But you can see that kind of size one person tent, easy get into a side pocket if you wanted to. My bag of stuff, so toiletries, all my other gear, first aid kit, air pump, battery bank, all that kind of stuff. I always have that red bag which I just grab because I know all my stuff is in there. Got a little box for the pump because I'm going to try and do a little review of that on this camp if I get around to it. In terms of sleep mat, it's such a warm night. I've just gone for a nice lightweight summer one, but it's quite a sizable sleep mat. It's a really big sleep mat, so it's quite big in the pack compared to my my Nemo pad. But it's the Unigear Camp CP3 sleeping bed. It's a regular wide one, so it is a decent sized mat, but again, no problem fitting in this kind of bag. Sleep system, we've got the Cedar Sonic Glow GW0 or 1, I can't remember, but it's a pretty lightweight synthetic quilt, so it packs down pretty small, easy to fit in a 50 litre bag like this. And we've got my Nemo Philo pillow, really comfy, decent pillow. And then in this little top pocket, which is actually quite generous, got my RXO2 spare battery. I think that's it for the main compartment, and nothing else in there. And I've just got earphones, and a little really mini tripod with other bits and pieces in the other pockets. So these pockets aren't massive, but they're quite deep and they're quite stretchy as well, so you can fit quite a lot into it. I've not tried fitting my phone into one yet, but I will do that before the end of the video, see if I can. But yeah, the hip pockets are pretty decent. So that is all the gear I've packed into the bag tonight, and that all fitted in without any issue whatsoever. So you could easily get in more layers, a cook system, other bits and pieces, and especially if you were using the outside pockets for the tent, for example, you could fit absolutely loads more in here. So for a 50-litre bag, I've owned a few 50-litre bags, and this one does feel on the generous side in terms of what you can just happily pile into it. So you can see what I got into the bag last night, all fitted in absolutely fine. So I think if I'm solo camping, going to be really tempted to take this pack out with me over my Sierra Designs 40 to 60. It all depends how much gear I want to take. The only reason I'd ever choose the Sierra Designs over this bag probably is that they've got the 2 drinks bottles holders built into the straps, just give it a little bit extra flexibility. But on the plus side for this bag, I really like the zipped access to the back, and I do like the way it carries as well. So I'm not saying the Sierra Designs doesn't carry well. I think this is just a little bit lighter and more compact, and yeah, I really like it so far. So I'm going to continue using this bag. Obviously, this is just a first impression. So once I use it for a few longer hikes and a few more camps, and got something to say about durability, so I can revisit it. But I'm going to continue owning this bag. So if you've got any questions, any details, anything you want me to cover, just drop a comment, let me know, and I'll look into it and I'll get back to you in the comment thread. So yeah, really nice bag. Again, I'm loving Vinted for getting some nicer gear for less money than you'd normally expect to pay. And this certainly a really quality bit of kit for about 80 quid. So hopefully it's been a bit of help to you. Do like the video if you've enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel if you want to catch me on more adventures with this backpack. And hopefully I'll catch you in the next one.